Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about right triangle trigonometry. So we have this right triangle here and we're trying to, let's say we're given this angle right here, this top angle, and this side length. So let's say this angle was 38 degrees and this side length was maybe 5 units. So, and we're asked to find this side length over here. Well, it's kind of hard to find that with Pythagorean theorem, what we've learned, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, because we don't have this hypotenuse side. But you can solve it using right triangle trig. So this video is going to be more of an introduction to right triangle trig. And we're going to be learning 3 of the trig functions that we're going to use for right triangles. So the first one is sine. So sine, the shorthand notation is sine, S-I-N. It's not sin, we pronounce it as sine. And then this is sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. And I'll explain what that means. Opposite over hypotenuse. Then we have cosine. I'll explain what sine, cosine, and our last one is tangent. I'm going to explain what all of those are once I've written them down. So cosine, we write it as OS, the first 3 letters. And this is adjacent. Let me move this down. This is adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent over hypotenuse. And lastly, we have tangent, which is tangent equals TAN, tan, theta over, this is opposite over adjacent. Adjacent. Okay, perfect. So looking at this right here, this triangle right here, we notice that we have this angle right here. So let's say these thetas, these are our angles of focus. So in this triangle right here, our angle of focus is this angle right here, 38. This is our theta. So let's go ahead and write that down. So 38 equals theta. And then we see that, I'm going to remove the colors so that we can identify them. 38 degrees. This is your theta. And let's say this is, I have this value right here, which is 5. Well, let's go ahead and label first. If this was our focus angle right here, then my opposite is going to be opposite to the angle, which is this right here, the side over right here. So this is going to be my opposite side. And if I wanted my hypotenuse, that is across from the 90 degrees always. So this is my hypotenuse. And lastly, we have our, hypotenuse. And lastly, we have our adjacent, which is always touching the angle and it's not the hypotenuse. So this is our, running out of colors here. So this is our adjacent side. So when we have a theta here, we're going to always refer to our opposite and adjacent based on that theta. So now let's look at another example. Let's say we had the same triangle or similar. And this time we have our right triangle here and then this, like this. So let's say this was our focus angle and this was 40 degrees. So this is our theta. Our opposite, let's start with hypotenuse. Our hypotenuse is always going to be the same, right? Across from the 90 degrees. So right here, this is my hypotenuse. And then my opposite is always across the focus angle. So since this is my focus angle, my opposite is going to be right across that, which is all the way over here. So opposite. And then my adjacent's always touching the angle, but it's never the hypotenuse, the longest side. So that's right over here. And this is my adjacent side.